Okay, so the biggest, I guess, complaint I hear, particularly from YouTube when I'm there, and it's not on the Let's Go Health site, is that the people, oh, what about New Jersey? What about Alabama? Or what about my city? Or what about, and well, first of all, and if you're watching this on YouTube or Instagram, I have a link there on the bottom in the description that shows you how to find things similar to this where you live. So it is. Oh, I don't know. It's frustrating because I've been studying this for 40, 50 years and, and you guys just starting today, you know? So that's the conflict. And the problem is that there's no easy answer to anything. The programs are tens and tens of thousands of programs. What I'm trying to do is educate people how to find these programs yourself. And that's what Let's Go Help is training you like that and educating you through YouTube and Instagram and places like that is for you to learn, hey, there's stuff like that. You know, maybe where I am. See, what you learn about are the national programs where there's one source for everybody. And that's not available anymore. That happened in March. And now there's just thousands and thousands of programs over there. And you got to figure this out. And if you wanted somebody to do it for you, like the whole thing, then that's going to cost thousands and thousands of dollars. And that's what lobbyists are for. But the average person doesn't have that. So that's what I used to be, that kind of guy. I charge thousands of dollars to find exactly what it is for that person. But people who really need this don't have thousands of dollars. So what I'm trying to do is teach you how to find them. Okay. And so I'm going to go over more programs now that are available some places. And this is, I get these, I have about a dozen um, Google alerts, and that's how to keep up on things is through a Google alerts, not to search Google and find it. That's going to be a waste of time because you're just going to run into people who want to charge you thousands of thousands like I did. So here's what I found. This is just in the last day or two. New programs that have come up in the last day or two. And don't forget, if you want to find similar things for your area, I have instructional video on how to do this on Google. Okay, so you don't have to pay me anything. And if you're a Google Help, not Google, Let's Go Help member on Facebook, tell me the kinds of things you're looking for, and I'll narrow it down for you. Okay, here's a program here. $2 million in rental assistance and new home if needed. So this is a program. They're giving out $65 million, because local, where this is at, and I forget, it's in San Antonio, people who are looking for a home because maybe they couldn't pay rent and they're out and they may be out in the street. Okay, how to get you a home fast and how to get you grant money fast to pay your back rent or your back mortgage or whatever. Okay, so that's just one program. Here's another one here: $5,000 to $50,000 for small businesses in financial trouble, and this is in Oregon. Okay, businesses in Jackson and Josephine counties that have a drop in revenue, okay, because of the COVID pandemic, and every business has, well, some haven't. But half the businesses, let's say, and the grants between $5,000 and $50,000 from a new grant fund. So this is new. These are all programs I'm talking about are just been announced in the last 1 or 2 days. And that's another thing. These things are limited in number. It's not like Social Security or unemployment where they have to keep giving out the money as long as people showing up at the door. No, these programs, there's X amount of dollars. When it's gone, baby. Yeah. Okay. Pay rent and utilities for multiple months. Okay. This is a program called Get Cap. It's down there in Texas, and it covers about 30 counties in Texas. And what they're doing is come multiple months of utility bills, rent bills, that you have. Okay, here's another one. $5,000 to pay past due rent, mortgage, and utilities. See, that's a big issue. Okay, so a lot of people see what's there's some good people trying to solve these problems, and then you have Washington. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but not much now. I guess I'm waiting for the election. So this is a city in California. Here, $17 million in local grants. Now, listen to this: for job training courses, small business marketing, and rent, mortgage, and utilities. Okay, so this, they're smart. This area is realize that we're not going to get back unless you have a good job. Okay, so what they have is you take courses that you get trained, you get the courses paid for to get a skill, to get a good job. Or if you have a business and you want to market, and you get grant money to market your business, and then plus rent, utilities, and stuff like that. See, there's all kinds of stuff you don't even know to ask for. Here, the governor, what is this? Okay, no, that's the same one. Oh, this is in South Dakota. Okay, here's a $1,200 grant if you're recovering from COVID and can't go to work. Now, this is interesting because so many of the COVID, people who are getting COVID are in low-income communities and they don't make a lot of money, so they have to not go to work for a couple of weeks or whatever it is while they recover from the COVID, and so they got money. So this is a program, a local program, just to give people money who have to stay home because they got COVID and they can't go to work. Wow, $1,200. Okay, so that's what you gotta really start digging. I mean, as it gets harder, and I believe we're just going to get harder and harder economically for quite a while, that you're going to have to get smarter and smarter, and we all are, and work harder at finding the help or the opportunities that we need. Okay, here's another one. You have only 7 days left to apply to $45,000 grants for small businesses. They just came out. This is in Erie County. Okay, I guess that's Pennsylvania. That they're giving out grants. They started I think the last day or two, and it's only available for 7 days for your small businesses. And these are small businesses in trouble. You can't be doing well. They want to help people who can't get jobs or can't get customers or whatever, and help you. Nonprofits give $3,000 grants to students in need of cash. Yes. Now here's another. If you're taking college courses, go to your college and ask for their foundation. Every college, like I participate in the foundation of the community college of it, Frederick Community College, to give grant money to students. Okay, so here's they're saying this is Arizona State. They're announcing that they have all this money. That people donate to the college to give to students to pay expenses, whether they need food, whether they need to fix a car, whether they need to, pay the rent, utilities, or whatever. So that's why instead of looking for a government program, if you're taking classes somewhere, go to it's usually in their foundation. So it's financial aid and stuff like that. But a lot of times, because they raise money at the university themselves, from alumni and stuff like that, to help their students. And that's what I do. I didn't go to community college, but I don't think they were around when I went to college. And I think that's the best deal in the world. You want to go get a degree or something, man, start a community college. You want to get a better job, check what your community college has, because they'll have training programs for like 5 months, 3 months, 2 months, 6 months, or whatever, to get you, it costs you next to nothing, versus you go to some private school, costs a gazillion. Okay, professional job search companies get grants to get you a better job. So that's what they're doing now. They know you need a job, right? And the world changes so quickly, how people get jobs, where they are, what's growing. You don't want to be a buggy whip manufacturer, right? Now that cars are around. Well, the same thing. Restaurant business isn't hiring much, yeah. So what are you going to do? How are you going to do it? Where are they hiring? Sir, Amazon's hiring gazillions of people, because we're not going to stores, yeah. So you don't want a retail job. You want so there's and what the government realizes, they can't do it well themselves. So they hire experts who are doing this and charge a lot of money to get you a better job. They give them a grant, and then you get it all for free. See, so that's another thing to start looking for. Here's another thing. Yeah, I mean, New Jersey is kicking it, boy, and giving them a million. Now, just recently, they have another $100 million for small businesses in New Jersey. I think New Jersey is like the first or second place for millionaires. There's more millionaires, I think, New Jersey and Connecticut and probably California. I don't know. But on the East Coast, I know that's the two biggest places for millionaires. And here, this $100 million, they're going to have $70 million will go to small business grants, and it's for restaurants, the food service industry, bars, dining, and $50 million towards micro businesses with less than 5 employees. Okay, so they have special money set aside micro. I mean, you're working out of your apartment like me here. Oh, and here's down in Virginia, what they're doing is they're hiring consultants to help small businesses in financial trouble. And they're giving a grant to consultants like $80,000, and so these are in some counties in Virginia. So that's why you get free consulting too. So these are the things to look at. Here, $800 grants for people who were left out of the stimulus package. Wow, isn't that great? Now, this is interesting because these grants are given by fat cats. A lot of rich people have their own foundations. They give out money and they hide it so they don't have to pay taxes in their little foundation, but then they give it out. So I think this is going to be an opportunity too for a long time in our country because we have so many goddamn rich people. And we're growing rich people more than giving jobs. And a lot of these people are starting to feel guilty, I think is what it boils down to. And so this is from rich people who are giving grants to individuals who didn't get the stimulus money. And a lot of it's like caregivers and things like that. So they didn't have normal jobs to get a stimulus money. So they're giving out grants here. Now here, rental assistance grants. This is interesting. $3,000 to $6,000, and this is in Oregon, rentals, and also box foods and stuff like that. So now it's gonna take work. Okay, if you're a Let's Go Help member, tell me what state you're in, and I'll show you where to start and things like that. If you're not, here in the description, I have a video there, an instructional video, how to start finding information that you need to survive. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough longer. It's not going to be, give me one place to apply and I'll get it and maybe I won't. No, you can't do that. You can't do that when you look for a job. You can't do that when you're looking for a mate. You can't do the survival goes, if the thing you think is easy doesn't work, then that's when you have to get smarter. If you don't get smarter, you're not going to get anything. Just don't complain. The world ain't going to change. Right? In other words, not by you or me. Maybe something bigger will happen, but it's not going to change. So you have to learn to use it. Not just bitch and complain. Oh, nobody likes me. That's probably true. Nobody likes me a lot, especially the way I dress. But you got to get through that crap, and find another way to do it. And it's like learning to walk or ride a bicycle or something. You're going to fall on your ass a lot. So this is new to you. Then you get ready to fall on your ass a lot.